Out of all the games shown off in the Switch event and in the Nintendo Treehouse Live, one of the most interesting was a new game called ARMS. This 3D fighting game looks really good from the gameplay we've seen from it, but I think it could be fantastic, and here's why. What's up everybody, it's Siiroth here, back with another Nintendo video. Today I'm going to be starting my coverage from the Nintendo Switch event, and for most of the big games from the event, I will be making videos covering my thoughts on them, but the first one I really wanted to cover was ARMS. This is a new game concept from Nintendo, and a new game concept in general. This is a 3D fighting game, and we haven't seen anything like it before, which is why I think it's going to be something very interesting to talk about as we get more information about it. Now, this video isn't necessarily going to be an analysis of ARMS, but it's going to be a video talking about why I'm optimistic for this game, and I think that if everything goes right, this game could be fantastic. Now I'm going to be getting into some of the reasons why I think this could be the case. First of all, the concept of this game is extremely unique. The fact that you have two fighters in the middle of an area, and the concept of the fight is that the characters have really long arms and they try to use that concept to fight each other. I just think it's a really cool idea. We saw in the gameplay from the demo and in the trailer that there are different hands the characters can wear, and I think that's very interesting how certain things you wear on the arm could affect how the gameplay works. Certain things would be better for certain situations than others, and the characters that were shown in the demo, obviously there's only 5 characters right now because it's only a demo. They're not going to show off all the characters right now, but the ones that they did show, they had some personality. Like, the designs were really good in my opinion. I think that all of them were very solid and unique and could be very memorable. They all had something different about them, and as the people from the Nintendo Treehouse were telling us, there are different skills about each character as well. It's not just what you put on the arm to fight with, but also certain characters have certain traits. Some would be faster, some would be more defensive, some more powerful, and whatnot. That is something really unique, and that concept brings to the table 2 different mechanics that you have to deal with. Now, it says that certain characters would come with certain things that they could equip on their arms for fighting, so not only throughout the rounds of each fight would you have to choose that, but you would also have to strategize what character you would want to use and what you would want to put on your arm for the fight to get the best optimized character for your playstyle. There are many different variables here, and I think that's one really good thing for fighting games, having lots of variables. Now, even if this game doesn't have too many characters, I still think it could be very good just because of the customization that it offers right here. It also shows before you start a match with training or without training, which means that the characters could just have default stats, which you would probably use for a tournament level thing, but maybe when you're going online, or if there's a campaign for this game, you could train up each character to improve their stats for your own game, making them even better. And I assume there would be a mode online for something like that. Yes, there is an online mode for this game. In the Switch presentation, it showed a bunch of different ways you could play ARMS. You could play it single player, you could play it split screen, or you could just bring 2 Switches together and play it, and you could also play it online. So there are multiple different ways that you could actually play this game. Now, I'm going to be covering some details revealed on Nintendo's website about ARMS that I really think make this game look very good, and I like the concept of it. So reading into some more details makes it sound even better, and I'm going to be sharing those with you right now. So it says right here, the first fighting game of its kind. Choose a fighting champion from around the world, equip your own combination of extendable arms, then use a mix of button presses and quick hand motions to really take the fight to your opponent. Now, Nintendo has stated that you could play the game using the motion controls, which I actually think look pretty cool. It would be a neat concept to play this game as you actually physically punch with your hands while holding the Joy-Cons. Now, you could also just play it with buttons if you prefer to do it that way, which I think is good because certain people would not want to use the motion controls, but other people would also like to have the option to use motion controls, as it provides more immersion into the experience when you're actually physically doing the punches. And as shown in the gameplay, it actually seems like this works out very simply, and it could work out very well because you would simply extend your arm forward and you could flick it to whichever way you want to aim the punch to, and that could be a way, as shown in the gameplay, to sort of fake your opponents out and make them think that you're going to be going a certain way when you're actually not. So it really develops the strategy for this game, and that's one of the reasons why I think ARMS could be fantastic, because it is already showing depth. The graphics look very nice, which is another thing I have to commend this game on. One of the things that looks very good is the graphics, but also just some of the basic mechanics. Some are very basic for fighting games, like special moves and punches. Obviously, it's a fighting game, it's gonna have punches, but you know, it just shows you some in-depth things that you could do, just curving your fists around obstacles. Now, it has been shown that there could be some obstacles that come up in the arenas if you do certain things. One of them that was shown in the gameplay was a trampoline that came up in the middle of the arena. Just little things like that give this Nintendo charm, and I think make it very cool and unique for a fighting game. Having obstacles in the arena is something that's very good, could lead to this game being fantastic. Now, I use the word fantastic thinking that this could be a really great game. I feel that this concept, if executed well and has a good game built around it, could be a fantastic game, and that's really what I'm trying to get at when saying that ARMS could be a fantastic game. Choose your arms carefully. This is about the things that you attach onto the arms. Each weapon has its own strength. Some are slow and do tons of damage, while others are fast as lightning, but will only serve to set up larger combinations. It's up to you to mix and match your arms to fit your playstyle. That's really something that you're gonna have to experiment with. Choose the character and arm that suits you and your playstyle for fighting games. Something that I'm definitely gonna have to experiment with, as well as everybody else, because this is an entirely new game from Nintendo, and it's obviously one of the reasons that I'm excited for it. You know, I was really excited for Splatoon when it was initially revealed, because we didn't know anything about it, and this is a new game that we don't know anything about. I really think that this has potential to be fantastic, just because of the information we know about it already. Now, for the release date of this game, we actually know of spring 2017 for the tentative release date of this game, so we're not gonna have to wait too long for it. Not necessarily a summer title like Splatoon 2 is, which I'm gonna be talking about in a future video, but let me know what other games you want me to talk about next. I will try to cover all the major ones, but which ones do you want to see first for me to talk about and give my thoughts on? Let me know in the comment section below, and subscribe if you are new and are interested in more content about ARMS and other Nintendo games too. Thank you so much for watching.